William Danny Mason, along with 4 others, is on trial for the murder of Pastor Llewellyn Lucas. The 5 men have been charged under the doctrine of common purpose, or what is known legally as joint enterprise. Together, they have been imputed criminal liability for the beheading of the Christian minister back in mid-July 2016. Since their arrest and subsequent pretrial detention, Mason and his co-accused have retained the services of attorney Herbert Panton, who has been meeting with them at the Belize Central Prison ahead of the ongoing proceedings.
That has been a challenge from day one, but it only came to head last week before the trial commenced, when I had attempted to meet with all 5 of the accused at the same time. I was told I can meet with 3, and then I can meet with 1, and then I could meet with another 1. I had indicated to the parties concerned that they are charged jointly, so that if they are going to mount a defense, it has to be with all parties concerned, and essentially they have to be singing from the same hymn sheet.
While he has been meeting with his clients separately, the fact that all 5 men are charged for commission of the same crime prompted Panton to seek a meeting with them collectively to chart the way forward. That request was denied by the Colby Foundation.
In all honesty, Herbert Panton know that for the last almost 3 years since Danny Mason and this crew has been in prison, he has been abiding by this protocol. There is a security protocol in place, in particular for these 5 guys, because of the high publicity that the case had gotten and the sensational situation that it has created. And prison security is a kind of security you can't play with. It's a very volatile environment for people who don't know.
According to Panton, the modus operandi of the Belize Central Prison in respect of these high-profile inmates has created an issue insofar as him being able to meet with his clients.
I spoke to a number of people. I was eventually able to speak to Mr. Murillo, the C.E.O. of the prison, and he indicated to me that these are the protocols that are in place, and those protocols will remain. Were it not for the gracious assistance of the judge presiding, we would have been flying blind, basically.
Those security measures, says Chief Executive Officer Virigilio Murillo, have been in place for some time, and that Panton himself is quite familiar with them.
Really and truly, there is nothing new about this protocol. What happened that day is that he called me when he was at the prison. Absolutely no notice any at all. And he just expects that I must take the protocols and just throw it away. I can't do that. I don't even know what is in the minds of the other 4 accused. What if in that little room they decide to create a brawl, and by the time I could get to rescue Danny Mason, I mean, he's already badly injured or killed. I mean, what explanation will I have for the public?
Justice Antoinette Moore, in exercising her discretion, issued a removal order for the accused men to meet with their attorney last Friday to craft their defense, but not before the issue had created serious concerns in respect of their constitutional right to legal representation.
Any accused person has a constitutional right to speak with the attorney in private. The fact that this has somehow become a policy at the prison it smacks of incompetence, in my view. And I think it is something that whatever ministry is responsible for the prisons needs to look into, because the prison is a private contractor. The prison is not a government agency. But even as a private contractor, you cannot be trampling over the constitutional rights of prisoners. They have a right to consult with their attorney.
That notion is altogether rejected by the CEO.
It is so easy for these attorneys to jump at this section of the Constitution that talks about deprivation of that fundamental right to an attorney. That is not being practiced. I mean, I would never do something like that.
Murillo says that he would be more than willing to accommodate such a request if and when advance notice has been given in writing. He says the door is still open for Panton to make that call with due notice. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.